Today's podcast is going to be about learning how to ask our angels for help. People will ask me, well, who are my angels? Do I have angels around me? We all have angels around us. It could be angels that were sent from God to surround us and protect us. It could be family members who have passed away, friends who we're close with. Whoever it is and whoever's around us, know that we're all capable of contacting our angels. First thing that I do is I just kind of get into a quiet place and, I'll ask my angels to come around. I'll feel their presence around me. It only takes a couple of minutes, and then I'll ask the question. And when I ask, I immediately get the answer. So if you want to, you can get a pad and a piece of paper or a pen and write, so you're able to write the answer down. It's just going to come to you. And through our busy lives, we all have decisions that we have to make. And, knowing that one decision affects so many people, why not ask our angels? That's what they're there for. They want us to ask them for help. Some signs that we might get when we ask, our angels a question, we might hear a certain song on the radio over and over again. We might meet up with a, certain person, somebody's name we keep hearing, or, numbers that we keep seeing on TV or license plate numbers. So know that just be open to the signs. Don't ever go in asking your angels, a question. If it's yes, then have a butterfly fly next to me, or a bird, fly over my head. It doesn't work that way. You'll definitely see the sign. And if you feel like you haven't, ask again and say, angels, I don't think I saw the sign. I need to see another sign. And you'll get the sign again. Trust me, you're going to get the sign. When the answer is no, it's important. When I feel like I don't get an answer for me, then I know the answer is no. And who likes to hear the word no? I mean, even growing up as kids, we didn't want to hear the word no. So we don't want to hear it now. There's always a reason why we're not getting something we feel we deserve, or, if we're asking for abundance, and we can't see it coming in, it might be because we're holding on to that and focusing too much on it. That's why we can't see that, certain thing come in. If we're asking our angels to help heal our heart, maybe from a relationship or someone who's hurt us, know that, the answers, we are getting the answers. If we specifically ask for a certain archangel, Archangel Michael, he oversees everything. You can ask him to come around you and, get the answer from him. Archangel Raphael, he's the highest healer angel that there is. So you're asking for him to come around to do healing work on you. Archangel Ariel, she works with our relationships. So know that all the archangels love us unconditionally. And they honor our free will and wait for an invitation, and then they'll come in. So that's important to know too, is, again, I keep saying we have to ask. You try it, and you'll see that it's going to make your life much easier and happier. You won't feel like there's 10 pounds on your shoulders because, you're going through something and you feel like you can't talk to anyone. Talk to the angels like they're your best friends. I have a couple of prayers that I say to the angels, so I can just read some of them off to you, because a lot of my clients will say, I want to pray and I want to talk to my angels, I want to talk to God, but I really don't know what to say. So here's some prayers that I had written, that if you want to use them, to help kind of guide you. One of the prayers is, dear angels, I ask that you give me clear signs in the physical world in order to help me with my situation. Dear angels, please give me the courage and motivations to guide me and help me take action. Dear angels, thank you for letting my heart heal from grief. Please send me a sign to let me know that my loved one is doing well in heaven. Know that, again, our angels answer our prayers very quickly. It's also very important always to say thank you. By acknowledging their work and being grateful for it, you'll see how often the angels are going to work in our life. And pretty soon we're not even going to have to ask, really have to ask. We're just going to feel their presence and know, okay, I feel protected, I feel loved, I feel comforted. I can get through whatever the situation is. There's oftentimes if I, get into a disagreement with a loved one or, someone else, I immediately ask now, angels, please help me come around me, let me feel you, comfort me, filter my mouth to not say anything, not to argue. The more that you do this, the easier it becomes. And again, it's to help you. And, as long as you have faith and you believe, then that's really the first step that you need to do, having faith.
I think that believing is probably, I agree. It's just believing in it and saying, I know that if I ask, that angel or my guide will be there to help me through that.
I have an example that just actually happened to me today. My mother's passed away, and she's been gone about 9 years now. And this morning when I woke up, I asked for a sign for her to come around me, and I wished her a happy birthday. And I just, closed my eyes, and I felt her kiss my cheek. And that's the way my mom always kissed us. And she'd always grab our cheeks and kiss our cheek. So I felt that this morning, and I knew that it was her. So we can also ask for our loved ones to come around us, and for signs. You can make an appointment with them, putting it out there and saying, angels, I would love to see, my mom on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And when you get home and, get yourself in that quiet place, you will definitely feel them around you. They will never miss an appointment. And I can guarantee that. Every time I've asked for my mom or my dad to come around me at a certain time of the day, it's like making an appointment with them. And anyone can do this. It helps us. I know that it comforts me. So I have another story about a client of mine who kept finding dimes. And Jack, I don't know why I keep finding these dimes. She goes, I think it's from my father. And I said, absolutely, they're from your father. He came right in her reading. She said, well, I have a funny story to tell you. She was going on an interview, and she was really nervous, and the receptionist asked her to go into this larger, interview room. There was she was sitting at a table, there was 6 chairs, and she was like, oh my gosh, I just expected one person, to be in here. And the room was empty. So as soon as she sat at the table, what's in the middle of the table is a dime. And she just looked at that dime, and she was she had goosebumps all over. And she said, okay, thanks, Dad. And I don't even have to tell you what came next. Yes, she got the job. So ask for our loved ones to come around, our angels to come around. Again, I keep saying it'll change your life. It's changed mine.
I agree with you, Jackie. After you told me about this, I remember the first time I asked, and it's changed my life and opened my eyes to a whole new world. Very enlightening to know that our guides and our angels are there to help us, and you just need to ask. It definitely works. I can say that firsthand, that there's plenty of things that I've done and asked to receive a sign, and then sure enough, it's come through like it's supposed to. So I think it's nice to know that we have those to fall on, to ask for guidance in life, to have them around us and know that they're there to support us.
And it's such a simple thing, that people don't do. It's just prayer, and asking our angels is so simple. And again, it's just about having faith and believing. Our pets are also angels that come to us. Did you ever wonder how come our pets don't live as long as we do? It's because they've already learned and mastered the art of loving unconditionally. And, they come around us to comfort us. They're loyal, for most of us who are pet lovers, that is. They also give us signs that they're near us. You might, feel like when they used to nudge their nose against your knee. You might feel that. You might feel like a sense of them laying in bed next to you. Don't doubt any of these experiences. A client of mine had a dream soon after she put her loved, her pet. She vividly saw her dog running in front of her yard and had a big smile on his face. And this was a dream, that her pet came to her, letting her know that it was okay and she's happy in heaven.
I remember you telling me another story. A friend of ours whose dog used to always play in the bathroom with the shower curtain. And she came home one day, and that's how she knew that, that she was okay now. That, letting her know that, wherever she was, to let her know that I'm okay where I am, don't worry about me.
And I come to visit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because when she had come home, the shower curtain was messed up, as if, she did it.
Right.
So don't discount them either. There are angels too. I call my pets, my earth angels. Most of the time they save me from a hard day, or, like I said, just loving you unconditionally. So, I have a great poem about a prayer for, pets who have passed over, and I just want to read it. A little friend, do you recall when you made this house your home? You were just a ball of fluff, not even halfway grown. You stumbled when you learned to walk. It was hard to steer your leg. You learned to sit and stay and come, and of course how to beg. You loved those walks we used to take. You never left my side. If I got my car keys out, you were ready for a ride. You sensed when I was happy or when I was feeling kinda low. You rub up against my knee. You always seemed to know. You'd fetch a ball or get a toy without ever being told. I never once felt lonely as long as you were here. You were at my feet or on my lap. You constantly were near. Oh, I'm going to miss you, no question about that. But little one, for your pain to go, I had to send you back. You're going back to heaven. Now from long ago you came. You will be welcomed back by God himself who knows your doggy name. There are frisbees up in heaven and rubber squeaky toys, and angels who will play with you and little girls and boys. And when my time on earth is done and heaven gates are near, I won't hear any harps or horns, just happy barks to hear. So see you later, my little best friend. I'm glad you are now pain-free, and I'm glad you are sitting next to God. Now you sit there and wait for me. So I would love to hear from anybody out there through my email. If you have any questions about today's lesson, any stories you want to send in, that's what my podcast will be on Friday. Just talking about the emails, or the questions that you have about the lesson. You can email me at spiritualvisionary@yahoo.com. I also have a Facebook page, Spiritual Counseling, Visionary, and Divine Gifts. So if you want to go on to my Facebook page also, there's lessons there. Also, if you're interested, I'm going to start doing some of my readings live on air. So if you'd like to, do something like that, we'll definitely use a different name or whatever. I would love to, have you be a part of my show.
Yeah, we should be able to set that up and be able to do one as a podcast. See how we wouldn't be able to try that and do it.
Okay.
So I think that's the end of the show for today, and thank you all for listening, and
have a great week.
And enjoy the lesson and try it out. If you believe, it will help you.
Remember, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Have a blessed week.